When we think about sustainable practices and what we can do to help reduce the human impact on the earth, we often think about reducing our waste. Usually, household waste comes to mind, but that's not the type of waste that has the greatest effect. The Environmental Protection Agency states that construction waste makes up 2/3 of the waste generated every year in the US, and that in 2015 alone, 584 million tons of it were created. Global construction waste amounts are expected to nearly double by 2025, growing from the current global production of 1.3 billion tons to 2.2 billion tons.
Building demolition creates the most construction waste across the globe because the disposal of excess materials occurs immediately. Currently, the main strategy to minimize construction waste is to reduce, reuse, recycle. However, this is an ineffective strategy as the majority of the population does not abide by it. The construction industry continues to grow as countries all over the world strive to advance. While development is often seen as a means of becoming more sustainable, it is also creating a massive waste problem. To manage the waste, it is imperative to understand the new technologies becoming available and how we can utilize them.
What if something straight out of sci-fi serves as a solution to construction waste? Recycling robots. These robots would be able to sort through leftover materials from construction sites to determine which are reusable and which cannot be repurposed. The key is to make the robot efficient and affordable. The robot could be a large machine which would take in waste and separate it based on material and reusability. For many materials, reuse means grinding the material down into aggregate to be used in concrete. If the machine we are speculating on could integrate this process, it would help ensure that the sorted materials are reused and not wasted.
A robot with the ability to not only sort, but actually break up the materials for recycling would serve an even greater and more effective use. Prototypes for robots similar to this one are being made. Currently, developers for the company ZenRobots are designing a robot that functions to sort waste. This robot has sensor software that analyzes the waste it picks up and can immediately determine what can be reused. The robot additionally has technology to determine what objects are worthy of analysis for their usability. By furthering their research, a working and reliable recycling robot can be developed in the near future. Waste recycling robots have been seen in science fiction prior to being developed in real life. Recycling robots closely mirror and draw inspiration from WALL-E. The robot WALL-E spends his time sorting trash on a futuristic version of Earth that has been destroyed by waste.
Our recycling robot will be like WALL-E from the perspective that it will sort materials to help decrease waste production. But our robot will be different from him because it will not be working in a destroyed world. With the development of a real recycling robot, the bleak future portrayed in WALL-E can be avoided. A waste sorting robot could help make eco-friendly construction styles into the mainstream. Integrating the robot into current waste management facilities would speed up the sorting process and decrease human exposure to hazardous materials used in construction. Working in recycling management is one of the most dangerous occupations in the US. Beyond decreasing the danger of material sorting, recycling robots can act up to twice as fast as human workers.
Raw materials are in higher demand than recycled ones due to contamination and sorting issues. The recycling robots could limit these problems with their high level of accuracy. Currently, recycling facilities often receive materials in a large common container where different materials are mixed together. Recycling robots would separate the materials so that shipments of recycled materials could be packaged through a quicker process. The ability to store brand logos and material textures increases the efficiency of the robots as well. This increased efficiency could lead to decreased recycling costs and even lead to job creation in fields like paper mills, where the focus is on reusing materials.
Scientifically complex robots may seem like just another fantasy depicted by works of speculative fiction, but these useful robots exist, and they can be utilized globally in the near future. Recycling robots are a large part of the solution to construction waste. With them, perhaps, we may all live in a sustainable future, rather than the one depicted in WALL-E.